The jQuery add method has a lot of different uses. You can add selectors, you can add elements, you can add CSS, you can append text, a lot of different uses. It's basically a selector.add, and then you can do the element that you want to add, followed by CSS or whatever modification you want to make to it. And I've got a couple different examples. And the reason we're going through this is because it does not always add things in the way you might expect. So if you start out with code, very simple code like this, where you have CSS for divs with a border that is purple, and then you add paragraphs, and you have CSS that change the background to pink. What it will do, because the original selector here is div, and you are chaining on these commands, is that it is going to apply the pink background not only to paragraphs, but also to the div tags. If you have a paragraph inside a div, you'll get the pink background and the border. But if you have a paragraph just by itself, you will only get the pink background. So I have an example. So all these little boxes are created with divs, and you can see they've got the purple border and the pink background. This first paragraph is inside a div, so it also has the border and the pink background. The second paragraph is not inside a div, so it does not get the border. Here's another example. And for this one, we start with a span tag. We add in an EM, and then we have the background set to light blue. So if you have a span tag or EM, you will get the light blue background. And then we add in a paragraph and chain on some CSS for bold. So how this works is if you have span, you will have a light blue background and bold. If you have add or EM, which was added, you will have a light blue background and bold. But if you just have P all by itself, you're going to get bold. And here's the example. And you can see, actually, first I should show you this. The first paragraph is just P by itself. So we would expect that to be bold. The second line, we have P, but we also have EM, so it is going to be bold and light blue. The third line, all we really have is span, right? We have a heading to tag, and then we have span. But because we have span, it is going to be background light blue, font weight of bold. And then for the last one, we're back to the EM inside a paragraph. Because we have EM, we'll get the light blue background and the bold. And then this last example shows you how you can add HTML to your page by using add and then in quotes specifying your HTML and then using append to. And where are we adding it to? We are adding it to the body of our document. So the only thing that is coded on the page is there is a house in New Orleans. It is this script that is adding all the other lines. So if we take a look, you cannot tell by looking at this page that these 3 lines were actually added through script. But that is what happened.